Hello everyone, it's Jefford again from Rubik's Academy. Now today we're going to go through a slightly more convoluted, slightly more complicated technical indicator, but don't worry, I'll break it down step by step for you. So as long as you watch this video from top to bottom, from start to finish, you'll be fine. You'll be fine, okay? I guarantee you'll be fine. Alright, now today we're going to look at this indicator called the Ichimoku Cloud. Alright, but let's not go there first. Let's come here first. Alright, the Ichimoku Cloud is a strategy, is a technical indicator that does not need to be used with other technical indicators because in itself it's already a combination of multiple technical indicators. Okay, so there's no need to add to the mix. But it is slightly more complicated in a pictorial and aesthetic sense, as you can see on the chart just now. So it's best for me to break it down for you guys step by step, feature by feature, component by component. Alright, so in the Ichimoku Cloud, it is essentially what we call a trend capture strategy. Alright, sometimes they say my Y looks like a G. Okay, so I have to make extreme effort to make sure my G looks like a G, my Y looks like a Y. Okay, so it is what we call a trend capture strategy. Now what does this mean? It basically means that it is an indicator that tries to go for the long haul. So if there's a long downtrend or there's a long uptrend, this is the strategy to capture that. Okay, so whenever you are going for a trend capture strategy, usually the wins to losses, profits to losses, comparison or dynamics will look like that. Okay, so you have a lot of small little losses, then all of a sudden you have a big win. Okay, and then again small little losses, and then suddenly you have a big win. Okay, so this is how it will look like on your portfolio in terms of numbers of number of winning and losing trades, your betting ratio, your betting average. We call it the betting average. Okay, but ultimately your big wins like these two will help you to make an overall profit on your portfolio. That is the way a trend capture strategy or a trend capture portfolio will work. This is the reason why a lot of people don't like to use trend capture strategies, because it's very dampening on your mood when you see so many numbers of losses. Although the rational thing to do, although the smart thing to do is to ignore the small losses, right? Because you know when you win big. But humans are humans after all. We are subjected, very subjected to emotions, and when we are subjected to emotions, we do not like to see losses. Alright, so if you want to use a trend capture strategy rather than a trend reversal strategy, rather than what we call a mean reversion strategy, then you have to be prepared for this kind of a portfolio. Alright, now that being said, let me now go on to the Ichimoku Cloud, which is a trend capture strategy. Now, for the Ichimoku Cloud, it's actually broken down into 3 lines and a cloud. Okay, so first of all, you have what we call the Tenkan-sen, alright, which is basically the red line. Okay, you see a red line on chart, alright. Okay, then you have the Kiju-sen, which is the blue line. Alright, then you have the Chinoku span. Alright, Chinoku span. Now the first two were cents, this one is span, Chinoku span. Okay, usually it will be more wiggly. Okay, so these will be the 3 lines that will make up part of the indicator. Then more importantly, you will see a cloud. Okay, like the yellow color thing that you saw just now on the chart. And the cloud will look something like that. it will be shaded. Okay, it will be shaded. All right, there will be some piece of cloud here. All right, it may be a top cloud or bottom cloud. Okay, it may come all the way here, you know. Okay, it may even overlap the 3 lines. Okay, and in the midst of all this are all the individual candlesticks. Okay, so that's why when you plot it on the chart, it looks a little confusing. All right, but honestly, you don't need to be too confused by it. Okay, because the 3 lines are basically 3 different moving averages. Okay, they just dictate different number of time periods and different inputs. That's all. Okay, now the cloud, all right, the cloud is actually formed by this thing by an upper and lower level. All right, by upper and lower level. All right, and it basically consists of 2 lines. Okay, 2 lines. Okay, so the first line is the one that is wiggly. The second line is the one that is straight. All right, so these 2 lines will constantly sort of interact with each other to create a shaded area. All right, and this shaded area will give us clues on whether a trend is coming in or there's no trend. Okay, now let's go to the chart proper. All right, I'm not going to go into the details, okay, because that's not what we are here to learn, right? We are just here to get straight to the point. How do I look for entry and exit positions? Right, so let's go to the chart. Okay, so this is the chart, right? Now, there are multiple ways to sort of trade the Ichimoku Cloud, but I'm not gonna confuse you guys by having too many ways. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for just one way, which is the blue line. All right, we're gonna focus on the blue line for this particular strategy. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide the green line. All right, I'm gonna hide the red line. I'm gonna hide the green line. Okay, and that's it. All right, so we're gonna focus on the blue line. All right, wait. Let me see what other lines I can hide. Let me hide with this one and this one. Okay, so I'm gonna focus on the blue line and the shaded area. Right now, this makes things a lot simpler, right? So how do we enter just based on these 2 things, the cloud and the blue line? How do we enter? Now, you enter the market when the price breaks out of the cloud. All right, for example, like this. Okay, like this. So you look for prices breaking out of the cloud like this. Okay, this is an example. Oh my, shouldn't use, let's change to green. Okay, all right, like this, where the candlesticks break out of the cloud. All right, now we will enter in the direction of the breakout. So in this case, it's breaking up to the top. It's breaking out to the top, so we enter along. All right, now when this price starts to go up, we will continue to stay in the trade. All right, we will continue to stay in the trade. All right, until all right, the candlesticks break below the blue line or breaks the blue line in the opposite direction of your trade. So if you are going long, the candlesticks were supposedly above the blue line, suddenly it breaks below, that is when you come out. Okay, so let's go for another example. All right, this is a good example. All right, this is a very good example. Okay, so in this case, what do you see happen? You see that the prices break from above the cloud to below the cloud, break out of the cloud, right? This is a breakout, right? From left to right, right? Never go from right to left, always from left to right, because we are proceeding forward in time. Okay, so the candlesticks break below the cloud. So you enter here. All right, you keep entering. You go for the whole long haul until this candlestick. Why? Because this is the candlestick that broke above the blue line in the opposite direction, right? So you were going for a short, this particular candle broke above the blue line in the upwards direction, so in the opposite direction, this is where you come out of the trade. You come out of your short trade. Okay, that's it. Simple, right? Super simple. Okay, again, like I said, I'm not going to go into the details because that's not what this little short lesson is for. You can go and study the details. Just Google Ichimoku Cloud. You will see exactly what those three lines represent. But over here, I'm only going to teach you the Kiju-sen strategy, which is the blue line and the cloud. That's why I took away the other two lines. Okay, I don't have to make things too complicated. All right, thank you very much. My name is Jefford. Download our app. All right, download our app. Buy the full course if you need to, but that's a stocks trading course, not a forex trading course. I just like to use forex charts because it's easier to demonstrate certain concepts. All right, thank you very much. My name is Jefford Lim from Rubik's Academy. Thank you.